Paul on Boros Energy. These two are great friends, so we're gonna see some pretty fun interactions here. These two just chilling, hanging out, having a great time here at FNM. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching live, we appreciate the heck out of you. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on content like this. We've got over like 200 videos at this point, so check out the rest of our catalog on our channel. I guarantee you will find hundreds of hours of content. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. We're in round 3. These players are both 2-0. Amped Raptor gonna do Amped Raptor things. Static Prison, that's that's not a great one to hit, unfortunately for Paul. So those just get exiled. Back to Hobbs. But yes, Twiddle Storm, this is going to be a fun one, especially if we get to see the thing go off. Hey, there is Expedition Map for Hobbs, and that is part of the combo here. Basically, what Hobbs wants to do with this Twiddle Storm deck is get out Lotus Field, and you see a copy of it there in his hand already. And then from there, you play all the Twiddles and try and generate a ton of mana. Underworld Breach, do crazy things. You wish for Grape Shot. It's an amazing, fun, crazy, kooky combo. And as Hobbs himself said, you know, earlier, when we were talking, I was like, yeah, I used to play this deck. And he's like, yeah, it was bad then, and it might still be bad. I don't know. We'll see. So, but very, very, very much, it might not just be very good. But there's an Ocelot Pride. So 2 in for Paul. Drops Hobbs down to 18. It is definitely a race. So we got a Dreams Grip, 1 ring, 2 Lotus Fields. Not really where you want those cards. Already, Paul says? Yeah, this deck kind of does the thing pretty quickly. If you don't have counter magic. Float. It's 2 mana. There is the titular card. There is Lotus Field. Gonna use a blue. Here comes a Dreams Grip. Untapping it. Add 3 up to 4. And just a 1 ring. Trigger. And yeah, Hobbs saying I did not want to die next turn, so pretty sure Paul couldn't kill him from 18 with his deck, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. Using an energy? Ooh. Static Prison. That will most certainly be tagging the 1 ring, yep. Gonna draw a card off of the 1 ring. And there's Flage. So just gaining 3 life here, because Hobbs does still have protection, even though Paul dealt with the 1 ring. Kitty Cat, go. Preordain. This is just a scry land, or a surveil land, or I'm sorry, a cycle land. Jeez. 3 blue. Sink into Stupor. That it's going to re-enter the battlefield. Trigger. Gonna draw a card.
Then with my 2 mana, I'm gonna cast Hidden Strings.
Hidden Strings, untap those 2. Look at that combo. Oh my goodness, that is some excellent synergy. And there's a Dreams Grip. We're finding out. Paul asks, am I dead? Hobbs responds with, we're going to find out.
We're gonna find out. Dreams Grip this.
Dreams Grip, the 1 ring. draw 3 cards, and we're off to the races here, folks. A wish.
I have 2 blue. Yeah, 3 blue.
3 blue floating still. Preordain and consider in hand. We'll start with the preordain. Preordain, gonna look at the top 2. 1 top, 1 bottom, maybe. That's a good sign for Hobbs. Not so good for Paul. Oh, a Vizier of the Tumbling Sands going to be able to cycle. So Hobbs will go down to 0 blue and draws a card. Expedition map. Not a good draw, though, unfortunately. 3 blue. This will be enough mana to consider here. Down to 2 blue. Graveyard that, draw a card. Otawara, the card drawn. So unfortunately, Hobbs drew a ton of cards there, but just not able to find quite the combination of cards to be able to go off here. I believe he has 2 floating still, so he could pop the map. And that will be the turn, though, essentially, for Hobbs after he finds whatever land it is that he wants.
I am going to have to discard.
And Hobbs is going to have to discard.
Dang it. Am I dead?
From 18, probably not.
Yeah. Am you dead?
And the chances of me dying next turn are very high at this point.
I think Hobbs just asked, am I dead? But he does have the One Ring trigger, I believe. Didn't the One Ring just re-enter the battlefield?
5, 6, 7.
Is the One Ring a cast trigger or an enter this battlefield trigger, chat? I have the technology right in front of me. I literally can look, but... When it enters the battlefield, yeah.
2, 4, 6.
Did,
I'll take 6.
didn't the One Ring enter the battlefield? I gotta go ask. I thought it did.
Paul, stop slow rolling. Put the blood moon into play.
I would love to cast Cataclysm.
I should be taking this.
It only gets protection if you cast it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, you only get protection if you cast it. Reading is difficult. I literally just read the card and glossed over that fact. Factoid. So down to 12 goes Hobbs. And Static Prison going to take it down yet again. Paul, or rather Hobbs needs to, I don't know what he can draw here. And land is certainly not going to be the play. What can we wish for?
I mean, you've got a lot of things.
Yeah. Hobbs going to consult the
There's my
cyber.
brain working, right?
Right? Yeah,
All right.
show me the way.
3 red.
I'm going to make 3 red. I'm going to use 1 of that red. Untap my Lotus Field.
Untap the Lotus Field. Oh, yeah, that thing untaps lands. That's insane.
I'm going to use 1 of that blue. Untap this Lotus Field.
Going to make a bunch of blue here.
So I have 7. I'm going to cast Wish.
Wish.
1, 2. I'm going to cast
Underworld Breach.
I have 2 mana.
2 mana floating still.
How that's not deterministic.
Right. So, it's not ultimately deterministic, but
So
2 blue.
Hobbs saying it's not deterministic, but we are going to cast Hidden Strings.
2. 3. Untap this.
Once the Thought Scour shows up, deterministic.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to find Thought Scour.
So it's going to be 5. Can you agree? It's going to be 5. Okay.
5 mana. Because he taps and untaps.
Use 2. I'm going to cast this. Exile these 3.
He's going to wish. I think he grabs a Thought Scour.
I'm going to make 3 red.
3 red.
Make 3 red. Use a red to untap this. And then generate. Go for 5. Alright. So I'm going to use 2 red and a blue.
2 red and a blue.
I'm going to cast Wish.
Wish. So we used Hidden Strings at first.
I'm going to go 3. I'm going to Thought Scour target me.
Thought Scour target me. And I believe this is deterministic, because now he's going to have enough cards in his graveyard to keep untapping his lands until he is able to wish again and go snag Thassa's Oracle after he's drawn his entire deck, or milled his entire deck, essentially. Pretty fun stuff, man. I love decks like this.
Tome Scour and another Wish lined up for the...
Tome Scour and Wish make it to where he can just keep doing this over and over again. He'll never run out of cards in his graveyard. He will, however, run out of cards in his deck, which means, of course, the Wish for Thassa's Oracle is game. Game 1. Going to Hobbs here with Twiddle Storm. A pretty awesome deck that is seeing a lot of play now. Well, at least Hobbs is playing. I don't know. I love these kinds of decks. Pretty great. Pretty great. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We are in round 3. One of these players will head on to the finals tonight, and we will see them play for all the glory that comes with an Impact Gaming Center 4.0. Of course, you're going to get some Twitter clout and a ton of store credit. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all your Magic the Gathering needs, other TCGs as well, and tabletop gaming as well. But yeah, thank you all so much. And hey, it's September, so if you're watching live on Twitch, half-price subs this week, or if you have Amazon Prime, use that free sub. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us as these players start to sideboard. Let's get back down there, reset these life totals real quick, and get you down there. And I'll turn up the volume and let y'all listen in on their banter.
Man, if you would have just like...
Yeah.
You would have been like, Raptor, Blood Moon, like, okay, I guess I'll lose the game. Like,
Eventually.
Raptor, it's like my follow-up. The two following that was been like, let's see what I do. Sounds good, Fred?
Alrighty, everybody, we are back. I am back, rather. I didn't go anywhere. But I think it's interesting to let y'all listen in on the banter, especially between these two, because these guys are really good friends. But yeah.
I like both of these Magic cards.
Paul saying you can leave both those on top. This is an option you can take. Hobbs like, yeah, I like both these cards.
Man, Paul, I swear if you just put a Ragavan in play against me and then smack me, I'm gonna be so mad.
Hobbs said, if you put a Ragavan into play and smack me, I'm gonna be so mad.
I have 7. Go. Yep.
7 cards in Hobbs' hand. Pass back to Paul.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Guide of Souls in play for Paul.
Don't, Paul. I was kidding. Don't really do it. Don't really do it.
Oh my gosh, does he actually have it? I thought that Paul didn't play Ragavan. Amped Raptor. Do Raptor thing, says Ocelot Pride. That's pretty good. Guide of Souls triggering. Gonna go up to 3 energy.
And this is haste. Yeah, swing.
And the Amped Raptor does have haste.
Yep. Judge, my opponent has
6.
all.
6 damage. Hobbs saying, Judge, my opponent has it all. So the cat gonna enter, gonna get a life and a energy. Is this gonna be a map? That would be a map. So next turn, yeah. Hobbs might be a turn late here. Paul's start was insane. Amped Raptor. Oh, this could be really good for Paul. Let's see what he flips here.
Oh, okay.
Thraben Charm. Not really what you want here.
I very often don't recognize magic cards, so like.
Just gonna exile it. Gonna attack. Guide of Soul's gonna trigger. Send in the squad. Down to 8 goes Hobbs.
Right. That's why you don't tap out. You know what you did.
I don't know that card Hobbs just played. But Hobbs gonna go down to 8. He just drew another one. Oh. Huh. I'm saying, yeah, that's a lot of damage. Unto the Flood Maw. Return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. And you can gift a tapped fish if the gift was promised. Instead, target non-land permanent. Okay, so it untaps the One Ring, basically. Okay. Oh, no. It returns a non-land. Okay. I get it.
Oh, I'm gonna find this off this. Put this in my key.
I figured.
I'll have my turn.
Alrighty. So Hobbs has another Into the Flood Maw. Paul saying, which one you putting in my hand? He already knows it's coming. Guide of Souls seems decent.
Full mana. I'll be able to play.
Yeah, and there's a Flage in hand, so Hobbs going to fall here in this game. We're heading around our game 3 here.
I have to hope to draw my 4th land or something.
Yeah, he was, like I said, he was about a turn too late, it appeared there.
Sometimes you're just too aggressive, and that's fine. That's allowed.
Yeah, I'm saying sometimes your opponent's just too aggressive, and that's allowed. But yeah, thanks, guys. We're appreciating you. I'm appreciating you. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We're rocking and rolling here on a Friday night at Impact Gaming Center. Let me bring up the stream on my phone. But yeah, thanks, everybody. Make sure you're following if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment down below. Hey, seriously, let me know what you think. Comment anything other than deck list. We don't have deck lists. I might be able to get Hobbs. Paul might also be able to, but we don't require it for FNM. Just because it, you know, it's a regular rules level enforcement. And yeah, we don't want to do that to the players. If they want to, they can, I guess. Alrighty. Back at it. Like a Craftmatic. Paul looking like he's gonna not keep. Hobbs, on the other hand, happy with his.
I don't know. I need to not blood moon me. Like that. That's like a thing I need. You know?
No blood moon,
Yeah.
no damping sphere.
Yeah. Could you please?
Hobbs saying, could you please not have Blood Moon or Damping Sphere?
Yeah, I mean, you got it. Like.
Although I guess that gets awkward.
Right.
The Tome Scour comes out of the graveyard when you cast it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a lot of instants
Yeah.
where like I can just like.
I've given him the look
do my best.
insult to his kind, calling him a chip.
Alrighty. Let's see if Paul's 6 are good enough.
All right. Here we go.
We are off to the races. Flooded Strand for Hobbs. Back to Paul. There's a kitty cat. Meow, 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 meow.
I'm gonna go to 19.
Hobbs going to 19. Paul shocked in.
I saw that. So, feeling better?
It does. It like the meticulous archive was weird. I almost want both. I don't know. I don't know though. So like,
How often are you casting once every?
sometimes every now and again. I'm gonna cut. And then I get to surveil.
Here's a Surveil.
Right, you will.
Alrighty.
Graveyard's that.
Gonna graveyard that as he already has the Lotus Field in hand. Otawara pass back to Paul. Hobbs seems very favored when he's on the play, I must say. After Blood Moon, Paul jokingly says. And there is a Johnny Nakatl Pariah making 2 kitty cats. So we do have a Hidden Strings. No real ways to draw cards other than the 2 Viziers. But we can generate some blue mana here and try to do the thing. Because if you draw some hits here, you might be rocking and rolling. Probably start, yeah, with the Vizier here. Yep, that'll take him down to 0 blue and draws a card on tapping the Lotus Field. We'll go back up to 3. He's got another Vizier. What did he draw? I don't see what he drew. So down to 1, untap, draw a card off the cycle. 1 ring, that's pretty good. Paul said, Ruh-roh, Raggy, we're in trouble. Well, Up to 4 mana.
Dreams Grip.
Dream's Grip untapping. Down to 3.
6.
Up to 6 blue.
4 of it.
4 to 1 ring.
Trigger.
Trigger. Draw a card. And it was an island.
I'm gonna cast
Hidden
Hidden Strings untapped.
Strings untap both of these. Now we're cooking. Gonna draw 2 cards. Wish. Strict Serenade, I believe, is the card that he drew. Up to 3 blue. Down to 1 blue. Is this another? Yes, Hidden Strings untap both again. Jeez. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Wish. We're getting close, folks. We're getting very close. I think he needs like a Dream's Grip or something to.
This card again, really?
Feels like he's close, but no cigar here. And Hobbs, unfortunately, gonna have to discard, I believe.
I'll move to discard.
Move to discard. Discarding Flooded Strand.
5, 6, 7. Go.
Counts them out. 7 cards back to Paul. But this time Hobbs does have protection, unlike last time, because remember, the Static Prism got dealt with. So the 1 ring entered the battlefield. Unfortunately, you don't get the trigger if it isn't cast. Let's see. Does Paul have another Static Prism? That would be pretty huge here. If Hobbs gets to untap and gets to use that 1 ring, it's going to be not 100% that he's going to win, but it's going to be very likely. Being able to draw 5 cards in a turn with this deck is pretty big business.
Yep.
We're going to find out. Paul said, kill me. So down to 15 goes Hobbs. 1 ring. That definitely helps, as Hobbs says there. Ooh, 3 straight lands, though. And a consign to memory. Ugh. But 1 ring will definitely help. Doesn't quite have enough mana still. Doesn't have any untappers either. Depending on what's in his sideboard, he might be able to get something, but I think the play is just 1 ring go, unfortunately. He is at 15 life, which is pretty decent. Mulling over his options. Island for turn. Paul's got to assume that he's not dead here. Here's a 1 ring that'll replace his old 1 ring.
Trigger, give protection. I'm going to keep the old one.
He's going to keep the old one. Okay, that makes sense because then he is able to draw 5 cards next turn instead of 1 now and 2 in the next one, in the next turn. Has to move to discard again, I think. So he does still have the protection from the ring trigger because he casted 1. He just elected to keep the old one because it has more counters on it. Back to Paul. Static Prism, still an insanely good draw here. Elegant Parlor, Surveil. Looks like I think that was a card that Paul drew too. Three for another Flage. Can't deal damage, but he's going to take Paul to 24. And instep, now Paul has City's Blessing. Gonna make some cats. And Paul says, now I die. All right, here we go. Down to 11 goes Hobbs off the 1 ring. Draw 5. 1, land. 2, land. 3, consign to memory. And a Twiddle and an untapped land. We might be cooking with Grease Lightning now.
I'm going to twiddle this ring.
Twiddle the ring.
Draw 6.
Draw 6.
There it is.
Underworld Breach. There we go. Now we're cooking with Grease Lightning. I think, Hobbs, you got there, my friend.
I did draw 5. This was the card I drew. So I did draw 6.
All right, he drew 5.
Draw this many.
Wow, 1 ring is so cracked, especially with ways to untap it. Here we go, folks. We'll go with 3 red. Down to 2 red, untap the Lotus Field, go 3 blue. Underworld Breach. We will Hidden Strings, exiling these 3 cards. Untap these 2. That goes back to the graveyard. Up to 5. So he's tapping the Lotus Field, then tapping the other land to untap it, which generates 5 total. Hidden Strings. Going to do it again. And then we have the Wish for... Yep, and here comes Wish. Going to 3 blue, 0 red. Wish. Going to grab Tome Scour, which creates an inevitability because he'll mill 5. Hobbs is going to go through it for the camera. Paul said, yeah, might as well for the camera because it is deterministic at this point. We're going to mill 5. 5 to the bin. Float 3 blue. Tome Scour himself, exiling 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the bin. Use a blue. Untap the Lotus Field. Up to 4 blue. Tome Scour. Target himself. So basically what he's doing is he's milling his entire graveyard. And then on his last iteration of, then after his library's gone, he's going to wish for Thassa's Oracle and win the game. Tome Scour, target himself again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And of course, because Tome Scour mills 5, he's able to constantly have his graveyard full. Go to 2. Blue. Mill the rest of the cards in his library. And now we can wish. Of course, we can use that to Hidden Strings. Untap these 2. 3 red. Use a red to untap that. Float 3 blue. We're going to wish, and then we're going to Thassa's Oracle. So we're left with 2 blue, which is perfectly amount. And there's Thassa's Oracle, trigger on the stack. And there it is. Fist bumps all around. Hey, congratulations, Hobbs. You're going to 3-0, and we'll be playing for all the prizes and riches that come with a 4-0, potential 4-0. Thank you all so much. Hey, Twiddle Storm's dope. Thank you all so much. Hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all your Magic the Gathering, TCG, and other tabletop gaming needs. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon. Set it to all so you don't miss out on content like this. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, we've got one more round. Don't go anywhere. Hobbs is going to be in it. So we'll see Twiddle Storm again after this round, or coming into the next round in round 4. But thank you all so much. We appreciate you. And I will see you on the other side of this break or in the next video. Catch you all on the flip flop. Adios.